sometimes I find it really difficult to real just comprehend the fact that the inner can kind of reflect the outer. Um, and that one can be transferred to the other one. And I think this, for some people, is just a really hard concept to grasp because they think somehow that what's inside is inside and what's outside is outside. And the reason I'm going to talk about that is because it kind of relates to networking itself and to meeting more and more people and finding the people who can help you. And a lot of that is when we meet people on the outside, they're really kind of reflections of that inner self. And when we don't like something about ourselves, we often see that in the people around us. And a lot of people just hate hearing that. They don't want to hear it. But I'm just going to say it because if you didn't want to hear it, you probably wouldn't be watching these videos anyway. So if you want to change something about yourself, if there's a piece of yourself that you really just can't stand, instead of trying to find like-minded people who think the same way you do, you should be trying to find opposite people who think the opposite way you do. Even though that sounds counterintuitive, even though some people believe that like attracts like, which it doesn't necessarily, finding people who are like your polar opposite to all the traits that you hate about yourself can be super helpful, and it can also go super wrong, which is why it is so beneficial to have a coach where you can kind of hash these things out with somebody who's done it before and get asked very, very powerful questions. And not every coach is really qualified to do this. I mean, there's lots of general coaches who coach around specific careers or businesses, and they have a certain life experience, which is great, which can really serve you in one way and limit you in another. But to really grasp the depths of that, I don't think you can expect just any coach to do that, even though in some sense that might be easier. It really isn't. So if you're looking for a coach to help you do that, I would look for a coach who already has a lot of polarity in her network.